class. Just want to go over another topic. I was going to wait till Wednesday, but I thought I'd go ahead and post this. Some students stayed after class and talked about the case study and had the letters APA on there. And I just wanted to tell you, Kathy and I are just trying to get y'all prepared for furthering your education. And some of y'all are probably shaking your head saying, no, I'm never going to get my bachelor's or master's. But I think you will at some point. And secondly, at some point you may write a paper or do some research. So I think it's important that you know this part. So if you open up your Blackboard page right here, and I showed you this really quickly last night, if you go to library, a really good source is to use the library databases, because again, it's going to be scholarly papers that are much better than just Googling and other things. And if you click back on, if I went too fast there, if you click on, let's see if I can get back to library databases, that's going to bring you up to exactly what you need. Under that, you'll see ProQuest. We had a student that mentioned that, so it's very astute that she has already figured that out, and I love that. And she's right. So you can click on ProQuest, and that's going to take you to their page. And these are better because they are journals, books, dissertations, thesis, and things of that nature. I went ahead and put in here disparities of health. You don't have to search anything for this case study, but you're going to have to search for disparities of health, which is going to be the next assignment you have for next week. And I recommend hitting full text on there and peer-reviewed. It's just better that way. And I'm going to show you another trick you can do as well. You can go over here and you can make sure it's going to be scholarly journals within the last 5 years. And you notice that's going to make your selection even smaller. So these will be the papers that you can look at. And what you may want to look at in the beginning is just to know what are some health disparities. What are you going to put on your discussion board? And so if you look up one, rural health disparities, let's pop that little guy up. And you read it, and I'm reading it real quick. Let's see if we can find a health disparity here. It's based on age, race, maybe multiple disparities. I don't see a specific one here. Okay. Let's back up. I didn't read it too good. Let's find another one. I'm not finding much information on that one. Let's see here. Let's look at postmenopausal disparities. It's me. You want to click full text because it's a little bit better on your information. Looks like they're talking about drinking alcohol and some other things. A racial and ethnic group. Goes through the whole study. Okay, body mass, okay, is a good one. So let's say you want to use a sentence out of here. Don't ever copy and paste. But let's pick increased body mass is a major role for diabetes, heart disease. We know all that, right? Body index and the waist ratio is measured. And they have a little box down here somewhere. So you could find a sentence in there, and then like one of the students talked about, after you find a sentence in there that you want to use in your own words, you can cite it. And she's right. When you hit cite, if you pick APA 6th American Association, it's going to make your reference page, and you can copy and paste this. So Your reference page is right here. So let me copy and paste it. I'll select. This is in APA format right here. For some reason, it's not working. You could write that out, handwrite it. You got your author, you got your date. Actually, this article's too old. It's not within the last 5 years. Your title and all that good stuff in there. And if you're going to look up body mass index, let me do it. And then you can always do your paper or even a discussion board. I recommend that you do it in Word or PDF. Now on these assignments, you're not going to have to worry about a title page or anything like that. You can add it. Here. Tab this in. You want to tab this in about 5 spaces. And you want to have it double spaced, but we're not going to be that picky about it. And as you can see, I'm not really good with the computer, so I can't figure out why it won't let me tab that. So this should be indented, and remember, look at what you're using font-wise, because you want to use the same font. And if you want to be really good at APA, you want it to be usually Arial, and usually want it at a 12. That looks kind of big, doesn't it? That's how you want it. Again, we're not going to be grading on perfection, okay? It's just trying to get you to learn a little bit of it. These need to go inward, and I don't know why it's not letting me indent it. It keeps wanting this one to go back to. Oh, good grief. You don't have to number them, you just have to put them in alphabetical order. Now, let's say, and I'll make something up, in the body, of course your body be up here, let's just scooch that little guy down. And let's just say you make a quote, not a quote, excuse me, a paraphrase. One of the biggest health disparities is elevated BMI. You want to write that out first. Body mass index and enlarged waist size. You paraphrase it, you're just going to take Gallagher, ETAL, because there's a ton of them. Actually, there's not a ton, there's only 3. So Gallagher, Rosenbaum. I did it wrong again. 2000, and again, this article's too old. But that's how you would cite that. Okay? If you're going to quote it directly, and I'm just, again, making this up, this needs to be double spaced. So just bear with me. Let's see, we're going to do that. We're going to copy, and we're going to add another one down here. Okay. Let's say this is a direct quote, even though we know it's not. If you did, perhaps, copy and paste, which you really shouldn't, you're going to put a page number here. So make sure if you do copy and paste, first of all, make sure it's all the same, and make sure you put it in quotes and you add the page number on there. Okay? This is very basic. You won't need a title page. You do need to try to indent this. Hopefully you're better at me than that. I don't know why I can't get it to indent. It's driving me absolutely crazy. Okay, I'm sorry, I gotta go. So I was able to make a hanging tab there, but it's still messed up. If it's not perfect, we're not going to grade you off on that. I think my biggest thing I want to talk about is no plagiarism. You know, make sure that you're not copying and pasting, all that good stuff, because it's really important that you don't do that when you are referencing these. And that's what we're trying to teach you more than anything, is how to search and how not to plagiarize, because it's a really important thing that we have to teach you, the basics. And the last thing I was going to show you real quick, so if you find a topic like BMI, I believe you can save or email this to you, which would be easier than printing by all means, but you can go ahead and just send this to yourself, right? Let's see, Kelly. And the other thing you can do is go back and then search disparity of obesity, because that's it's gonna take it back down to what you're really looking at, right? I'm trying to find exactly on there. You get the gist of it. We will go over this Wednesday as well. Okay, sorry it was so cut up and I had a phone call in the middle of it. Alright, you guys are doing great, and we'll see you Wednesday.